We just got done reading the book Lines That Wiggle, and we learned about all the different kinds of lines. So if you were not here, you could go back and read the book with us first. Now what we're going to do is we are going to make some lines, and we're going to make a scribble line. Not a scribble line like the book that we read the other day, not just a scribble. We're going to make a big scribble line that fills up our whole paper, and then we're going to color in the different parts. Now, we're going to start on the whiteboard and do some practice, and then we'll move on to paper next time. So today is just a practice day so you can get the feeling of how you're going to make this scribble. I want you to notice it fills up the whole paper, but there's not so many lines going on that these parts are so small. Because we're going to color these in, we don't want to have 500 million of them. We only want to have a few. So that means that we draw for only a few seconds and we draw slow. And when we are choosing our colors, we could also do something like this. Instead of coloring it all in, we can fill in the different parts with different kinds of lines. So when we practice, here's what we should be thinking about. We do want to cover the whole board, but we don't want to go super fast, and we don't want to make really, really small motions. We want to make bigger motions with this scribble. And also, you're in charge. The marker is not in charge. You are. So you be the boss, and you have control. So I'm just going to start maybe up in the corner, and this line can loop-de-loop and zigzag and go straight. I'm in charge. I can decide. So I'm going all over the board, but I'm not making too many lines, because if I have way too many of these little pieces, when I go to color them later on my paper, it's going to be way too much. Okay? So I'm going to erase this and make another one. And you guys watch. My hand doesn't move super fast. It moves kind of slow, and it goes all over the board. So let's try this again. Let's start in a different spot. Maybe it has zigzags or straight parts or curly parts. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. Let's do one that's super fast, and I draw for a really long time. And then think about what that would be like if I had to color all of that in. Okay, here I go. Whew. Okay, so that is a scribble line. It does fill up the whole board, but there's so many little different sections that if I were to do that on my paper, I would be coloring until midnight, and that's way past my bedtime. So again, when we do this, our hand moves slow, and we only are drawing for a few seconds. We're not trying to race, okay? So practice your scribble lines, have some control, and go slow. And then next time we'll be working on this with paper and crayons, or if you have markers, whatever you would like to work with.